Hey guys, the main idea when we are solving similar triangles or problems with similar triangles is that the two triangles are in proportion to each other. So they're going to have the same ratio or the same proportion for all of their parts. So this one tells us that these two triangles are in a proportion of 5 to 9. It's written like this, but I can just write it as a fraction. It tells us that the smaller triangle has a hypotenuse of 6. So I'm going to put the 6 up top just like the 5 is because it's a smaller number. And then it's asking me to find the hypotenuse of the big triangle. So that x, that thing I want to know, is going to go down in the same spot as the 9. Okay, so I've got small triangle over big triangle, small triangle over big triangle. At this point, I can solve this proportion any way I want. I could type it in nsolve, or this isn't too hard to just do by hand. So I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply. 5x equals 54, and then I'm going to solve for x. Divide everything by 5. X equals 54 over 5. That's my kitten's tail. At this point, don't freak out if you get a fraction like that. The ACT is going to leave stuff in fraction form, so if you see D is the right answer here, even though it was in a fraction. That is the basic similar triangle problem. You'll probably see something like that on the ACT in a few weeks. This next one is a little bit trickier, and I just kind of want to walk you through it in case you see something like this. I have split up, there we go, there's my work from before. This is still a similar triangle problem, but the two triangles are kind of like shoved inside each other. So what I've done just to show you what's going on here is split them up. You might not need to do this when you're on the test. It might be a waste of time, but so that I can talk you through it, I've just split up these two triangles. So here's my big one, and here's my little one that's kind of inside. These two triangles are proportional. It tells me that they're perpendicular, so I know those are two right angles. The tricky thing about this problem is that we go back up here, it is asking us what is the length of PL. So I want to know what this side is. And if you look, I don't have any corresponding ratios. I know what 39 is here, but I don't know what the hypotenuse is over here. I know ON, but I don't know PN. So what I need to do is figure out one of these missing sides so that I can set up a ratio. The easiest one to do is the hypotenuse over here, because this is a Pythagorean triple. We have these Pythagorean triples like 3, 4, 5, or in this case 5, 12, 13. I'm sure Ms. Pruitt went over those with you. It's a thing that we can talk about later. In order to find this, you could have also used a squared plus b squared equals c squared and solved for the hypotenuse. But that is not one of the sections that you all seem to have trouble with this Pythagorean theorem, so I'm going to hope that you could be able to do that on your own. I'm not going to go through it right now. But anyway, so because I noticed that this is a Pythagorean triple, or if I didn't notice, I found that hypotenuse using the Pythagorean theorem, I know that over here, this hypotenuse MN is 13. Now that I know what that is, I can go and set up my proportion like we did last time. So I'm going to say hypotenuse of the big triangle to hypotenuse of the little triangle has to equal this missing side to the corresponding side, which is 5. At this point, I'm going to solve just like we did before, and x will be, pretty sure it's 15. Yeah, 15. Okay, this you're going to solve like before. I'm not going to do that right now. You all know how to do that. I just did it over here. Same kind of deal, okay? But this is like one of those tricky problems that you might look at this and get super overwhelmed because you don't actually see two triangles where it really is just two triangles, and then they make you do a little extra work. But if you know those Pythagorean triples, which we will talk about one day when I'm back, it's going to help you big time. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the answer to that one is C. Alrighty, bye.